Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I figured that. Dun, 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 dun. You're all to I need to get by. You're smooth summer breeze. I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. All right, this is a way to get around all these lights so I can be bright, bright. All right, you're all I need. Mm. Greetings, Portia. Greetings, greetings. Okay. You all know what time it is. It is exactly 10. It is not 10:06. Whatever your lying clock is telling you, it is not 10:06 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, and you need to address your clocks accordingly because I'm not late. I am never late. Welcome. I am TNathan, and if you're listening to this, you're listening to Conversations with TNathan, and I'm still not happy with the lighting. I'm still not happy with the lighting. Try to adjust the lighting. I even put these shades on so I could adjust the lighting. My lighting issue. All right. All right. Greetings, salutations. What's up? Welcome to the conversation with TNathan on this, what is it, 13th of January 2025. Am I even in the right ballpark? That's what they tell me. Tell me today's the 13th of January. 13 days into the new year. And it has been a wild ride. Like every year for the past five. I know people like are like, oh, this is the worst year. Yeah, I don't know what years you all been living in, right? But yeah, shit has been happening for years. As a matter of fact, since don't get me started about 1967, but I digress. Or no, I'm not gonna digress. I could talk about 1925. Yeah, somehow I think people live under a rock. I really think people live under a rock. And but we have always had natural disasters, and we have always blamed humans for their response to national disasters. Natural disasters. What's new? What's new? To watch. Listen. To watch the idea that I have not seen anyone besides myself talk about what homeless people are experiencing in the wildfire zone is amazing to me. I was on the phone earlier today, um, trying to get someone. What's up, Jazzy? And I know it's futile. I knew it's futile, but I was on the phone today, and we were reaching out to people that I know deal with homelessness in California to see what we could do to help them raise some funds. And we both came to the same conclusion. Well, it was four of us actually, but we came to the same conclusion that it's a non-starter on social media. Nobody cares about issues that face the homeless community any more than they care about any other issues that progressive organizations and people stand for. That's why we. It's like that was and that was a sad realization to come to, that we were literally sitting there talking about, well, how do we make people care? And then I just got upset that we have to make people care. Um, Celebrities and stars, no offense, I know they lost things, and things they can't get back. I understand that, but they're going to have a home after this. They're going to have a home after this. None of the celebrities I'm seeing um, on the news media that they want to focus on are not going to be houseless after this is over, wherever they can move somewhere else. But do you understand the death total is not even including people that lived in wooded areas that didn't get out of the way of wildfires that will never be found. And it just got me in that mood. It hit me that that was going to be the reality, and it angered me that no one cares. Yeah, it angered me that no one cares. It does. What's up? Is my chief of security rocking in the house? I know my I don't I don't know how late you all are. I was right on time. So if you're late, I was right on time. Right, Portia? Yeah, I was right on time. I was here. Yes, sir, you're late. Portia. 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 Oh my goodness. Thought Portia was riding me. Scroll back up and she telling everybody I'm late. Listen, Bella. Bella. You heard that? Yeah. But yeah. She up. There she is. There she is. She's showing you all her ass. She's showing you all her ass. She like, now you got a face turn for y'all. But welcome. Greetings, salutations, GCPR. I was right on time. I know. I'm getting better. Kim, I see you from across the pond over there. Oh, tonight, for those of y'all who want to hang out after the show, um, I got several things lined up in the bootleg. I got several things lined up. If you're on time, I have 2020 vision. You know, people don't understand. Let me explain something. Oh, let me do the bootleg first. In bootleg, we're gonna watch Den of Thieves Part One before we watch Den of Thieves, the one that just came out, so we can get reacquainted with it. There are two. There's a movie called A Quiet Storm that Bat, if you know Bats McFly, that is on this app actor um, named Martin. I'm gonna play his movie from 2016 because he has another series that I want to play that he stars in with Samuel Jackson that we're also going to review this week in bootleg movie theater. So tonight we're going to watch Den of Thieves 1 to reacclimatize ourselves for those people who didn't see Den of Thieves 1 before you can watch Den of Thieves 2. We're going to watch A Quiet Storm, and then we're going to watch some episodes of The Life of Ptolemy Gray. So we have a lot of things lined up in the bootleg hour. So I hope y'all join us. Now back to my rant. Oh, back to my nephew. Yeah, you do understand, nephew, that I can beat you up. Yeah, like I know he's expecting me to say I can unmod you. I can beat you up. I could actually beat you up. While you have 20, yeah, yeah, I have 2020 vision, and I can beat you up. Nah, I just thought I'd let that know. Just be letting that known since you want to get you want to get sporty. Nothing like Spody out the mouth nephews. You better ask some of your other nephews what their uncle did to them at family gatherings. Yeah, I'm that uncle. I'm not the uncle. I don't drink. I don't do all that other crazy stuff, but I will beat up nephews. I consider that my job. See, nephews, you have to understand. And if you know, you know. And I look before any of y'all get on your high horse and say, "Oh no, black men are not." I don't want to hear it. But uncles have a job. See, they have a job to do the things that dads can't do at times to their children because they'll get an abuse. They'll be like, "Oh, you're abusive." See, I just bait nephews. That's my thing. I bait nephews into reminding them that I am the 6'4", 250-pound individual in this equation, and I can still beat you up. Yeah, I'm not going to be not beating nephews up until I'm like in my 70s. That's my thing, and it's not because they don't try. Trust me, you can ask them. They try. They try. It's like who do cubs first break their teeth on? The lion, the male lion, of course. And I just keep them in their place. I have to keep them in their place. Yep. But then it's also spreads out because not as rough with them as I could be. But yeah, I beat nephews up. I know I'm the hard head nephew. Yep. Is there any Penelope? I was gonna call Penelope today, right? And asked her what was she thinking. She sent me one loaf of banana bread and about two cookies. One loaf of banana bread and two cookies, right? Yeah, yeah. This is the box. This is the box she sent the banana bread and the two cookies in, right? Here's the box. This the box. And I don't care how many she said it was. It was two. You notice the box is empty, right? The box is empty. Now I kept I got the little purple box it came in because I really like the little purple box. But she sent me two cookies and a loaf of banana bread. And she had the nerve to come in here. That was Today is Monday. I got the package on Thursday. I'm saying Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I don't remember. It's all been a banana bread haze since then. And then she has to come in here and how much banana bread is that? How much banana bread do you expect to be left? Get on the bed, Bella. Lay down. Lay down. All right. Yeah. How much banana bread do you expect to be left? That's what I want to know. How much banana bread did you expect to be left? Somebody make it make sense. Come on in. Somebody make it make sense. Yep. Yep. Deal with you later too. Yeah, y'all just come in here like, oh yeah, banana bread. How much is left? Yeah, none. None. You just wanted to hear me say none. That's what it was. You just one GCPR won't meet your TikTok family. look, look. They probably be like, you cooked him banana bread, and then you asked him how much is out of one loaf left. Yes, she cooked him banana bread, and I'm doing my worst imitations of Germans and other countries. Yeah, because these are countries I listen to, and they all saying it, and they be like, yeah, they can't believe it right now. Ooh, we got 7,000 people on GCPR that cannot believe that Penelope just asked a 6'4" black man that weighs 250 good pounds how much banana bread out of one loaf is left after the weekend. Yep, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, yeah. But Penelope up here talking about banana bread, and um, yeah, like I'm a little bitty guy. Like I'm a little bitty guy. I sent her a picture of me eating cookies the night of the movie. Cookies, not cookie. I showed her the bag, what was left on Friday night after while we were watching movies. I don't understand. I don't understand. But yeah, that's that's my rant on Jay and Penelope. Now getting back to my rant on those who happen to be homeless in the in LA County. Uh, LA has one of the largest homeless populations in the country, and nobody seems to care. Nobody's talking about it. It was just like after the hurricane in Tampa, and people were obsessing over Lieutenant Dan, but Tampa has one of the largest per capita homeless populations in the country, and while we were talking about evacuating a one leg, um, I'm gonna leave all the adjectives out for now. Bigot that tied his boat up in the middle of a storm voluntarily and still managed to raise 40. Yes, everyone's like, oh, you must feel some kind of way about him raising $45,000 with his um in words slipping out mouth, one leg. Yes, I feel some kind of way because there are people that can't raise $500 on this app that need it, and we managed to sit back and watch the raising of $45,000 for a one. You rewarded him for parking his boat in the middle of a storm, sailed his boat around the tip of Florida to come to Tampa and park it in the storm because God told him to. And you perfectly fine. Be perfectly fine. It's like that's just normal. It's just normal. Yeah. And then the mayor of Tampa gets into it with him enough to mention him during the press conference, but didn't mention the homeless people that would have needed shelter or needed assistance getting out of the path of the storm. No mention of them, but they got Dan. They got Dan. Yes, I feel some kind of way. What's up, Metal? Greetings and salutations. Yes, so that's why I was on the phone today and I was talking about raising money for those in those situations. But we understood that unless they're now, this is the thing. I seen some yeah. And then I see people talking that have the ability to rebuild with no problem, and they got cash apps, and some of these cash apps have thousands of dollars already. Not taking it away from anybody, but I'm just looking at it like, Your house cost $1 million. Not taking anything away from the $1 million house. And you don't understand, this is not anything like I'm begrudging people to have the right to have $1 million house. Not at all. But I'm talking about, my commentary is about society giving to those who have more than they will give to those who don't have. We will look at those who, people who happen to be homeless. We will look at those that happen to be homeless. For this nephew, you were what? Hold on. What just um Jay? I'm gonna donate it to the homeless, Jay. Yeah, nephew. Yeah, nephew. Yeah. If you cash out me money every time you were late, yeah, I would probably be able to do a meal for the homeless, but not any without even coming out of my own pocket. But yeah, I'm gonna donate it to the homeless. That's what is that's what it's gonna do. But yeah, we're going to find a way, but nobody's talking about it. Everyone's talking about feeding everybody, but no one's talking about it. So we'll keep you posted on what we come up with, because we haven't been able to come up with anything concrete because people just don't generally care. You all remember when natural disasters used to unite people? Yeah, I was thinking about that. Even after Katrina, um, there was and Katrina had a lot of political blame to go around, but people united and got past the crisis. Um, you know, no matter what you thought, maybe if you weren't on the ground, you didn't see it, but on the ground, we united. We were more focused on getting the work done and helping people get back on their feet than we were. Now, to the fact, yes, go ahead. And that's what I'm seeing in California and Los Angeles. That is so interesting, and shows what a place we are in as a country, because and natural disasters still going on. And we're talking about, why was the mayor out of town? Like, she was out of town going to do government business, and she had a deputy. And then I was insulted. I was insulted for the deputy mayor when this white woman at the news agency that was interviewing him asked him a question. Do you feel like the mayor should be here? And I'm like, you're talking to the deputy mayor. Do you all understand the function of deputy mayors? The mayor's not here. When they're not here, he steps into the role because he's qualified to be into the role. So I didn't even understand the nature of that insulting question. That reminds me of when I was watching Tony Morrison being interviewed by this Australian news anchor, and going to ask, "Are you going to write any books about white people?" And Tony Morrison looks at it like, does anybody else ask Stephen King if he's going to write books about black people? Like, really? So I was insulted for the mayor. And then to come back, and instead of focusing on how do we help people, yeah, and it's like the mayor of Los Angeles, no love lost, but I'm realistic enough to understand that you spend all this time, the constituents spend all this time talking about, oh, we pay too many taxes, and we need to cut government programs, so we don't have to pay them. So when they cut the government programs, like they were asked to, what do they turn around and do? I can't believe you slashed $25 million from the program. This would help us deal with the wildfire. Excuse me. I also have a problem with calling it a wildfire when it most likely started in the Palisades residential area, or up by a transformer, because you that's crazy to me. That's crazy. What system is in place that you believe that 100-mile-per-hour winds and fire, it can be stopped in a drought? I just be wanting to have the conversation. I'm just saying. I understand people are all in their feeling, but they want to have that conversation, and I'm gonna hit them with the logic. Or excuse me, what exactly did you want to happen? You wanted a portal to be opened up so the wind went through the portal, and you wanted Storm to show up. Storm is an X-Men. She controls the weather. And you can bring Thor along with you because he's a weather god also. So you wanted them to show up and make it rain, and you want the wind. Well, they can. You know what? You don't need the portal. You got both of them. I'm sure they can control the winds. Control the winds, put out the fire, and everybody lives happily ever after. That's what you wanted. That's what you all needed. I just hear this, and I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't care how many fire trucks you stationed around Los Angeles, you were not going to be able to control a fire in with 100-mile-per-hour wind gust. Yeah. Okay, let me see what I missed some comments. I'm only reading comments in relevance to what I'm talking. I'm more on time than you are. Um, Tom Hanks' house is safe. Gotta be the most annoying news article I saw. Yeah, tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I understand to travel to New Mexico to help. How far will he go to lay hands? We'll go. If it was about me, I'd go real far. Saw you on Twitch, but TikTok didn't send the notification. Yeah, Teresa, that's a thing. That's the thing. No, they want the Democrats to turn off the weather machine, and I was getting to that too, Petra. I think I was getting to that also because I was like, we have mutants existing that control the weather, and we already had Marjorie Taylor Greene say that Democrat. So if Democrats control the weather, so much so you believe they would allow the bluest of blue states to just catch on fire, right? Yeah, y'all sound stupid to me. Stupid. Bella, don't they sound stupid? Yeah, she laid down. She like, I ain't got time for this. But and that's the thing, all this rhetoric, and then it's like, and and don't get me wrong, I think the other side is just as crazy as the other side. I told you, my allegiance to my temporary alliance with the Democratic Party is over. So I'm also watching a press conference because some of us that's what we do. We put things in our ear. So I'm watching a press conference with the mayor, the city council, some city councilmen, the the sheriff, and Gavin Newsom had just talked, and they asked a question. See, this is why I realized that politicians will never do a show with me. They will never do an interview with me because of this fact. So the reporter, and this time I was on the side of the reporter, but the reporter made me mad because they didn't follow up. The reporter asked, "Have you all spoke to President-elect Trump about the next administration's plan to help California?" That was the direct question. Have you spoke to President-elect Donald Trump specifically? Right? You got it. You got that. That was the question. The answer was, we have spoken to the Trump administration. I've sent Donald Trump a letter. We were on the phone, and I think it's going to go well. What did my initial thought go to? You haven't spoke to President-elect Donald Trump. That's what it was. Because if you know, he's all over X in his account, dragging the mayor, the governor, everybody that lives in California. And I'm like, so you haven't spoke to President-elect. What is so hard about answering questions directly for politicians? I have yet to see, and the sad part is, the last politician I saw answer questions directly was Jimmy Carter. That's why I call Jimmy Carter a statesman and not just a politician. He was the last politician of any ilk that I saw answer questions direct. He would answer questions so direct that news reporters would be like, okay, I wasn't prepared for the yes or no answer. They were prepared for everything but the yes or no answer that Jimmy Carter would give. And they would be like, okay, I expected you to ramble. Because they get into this idea that it's okay, Jimmy Carter, you asked me a direct question. I gave you a direct answer. It was a yes or no answer. If you wanted an input, you say, well, why do you feel that way? And that's a whole different question. But to watch today, and this just that's why I realized, yeah, I don't get interviews with people that too often that gaslight because my thing would be like, that's nice. I would let them ramble for the first question for 5 minutes. Then when they finish rambling, I would say, okay, I apologize. obviously you're answering a question that somebody else asked you today and not the one I asked you. This is why my bestie tells me that I don't have many followers as everybody else who does this because um, people don't like my approach. But my approach would be that's not what I asked you. Are you stupid or you can't hear? I mean, if you can't hear, we'll get you another set of ear headphones or earplugs or something to make sure you hear my question. But are you stupid? Or you didn't understand the words that were coming out my mouth? Let me tell you something. You can ask Petra. I will do that to people I know. I would be like, that's not the question I asked you. I don't need a dissertation on something I didn't ask. I just want an answer to the question I did ask because that is 5 minutes I can't get back in my life where it would have only took you 10 seconds to answer my question. 10 seconds. So, yeah, yes. And Teresa, history will reflect that. They don't answer because they get sued. Look, who don't answer? Politicians. Politicians don't get sued for not answering questions. They just want to. They just want to tell you everything except what you're asking. They will literally. They want you to figure out the question to ask. It's like some combination game. You want me to ask you about your tie, and then I'll get a dissertation on national defense. Uh, Yeah, I will listen. Write down. I would be like, people talk. I'll be like, what does that have to do with what I asked you? I don't need a life story at a time when I need information to make critical decisions. I don't, and that's what people think I am insensitive. I'm not insensitive to the questions that what you want to tell me. But at the moment, if I'm asking questions, it's not usually because I want a story time. I just get a story time when I get one. I don't want a story time. I want an answer to the question. And that's what I was feeling like when I watch interviews and when I watch, I'd be like, this interview could have been an hour shorter if you would have just answered direct question. I don't need. It's like we've become enamored with the cult of personality of stupid people. I didn't mind the cult of personality behind intelligent people. I didn't mind the cult of personality between compassionate people. But I refuse to get on this train ride with you all for the cult of personality of stupidity. Yeah, I don't care what little letter you put after your name, DRI. You are if you're stupid, you're stupid, and that is just so unacceptable. Yeah. If he fights with people, he gotta love them. For thinking about if I fight with people and don't intentionally draw blood, I love them. If I fight with you and I draw blood, I don't like you. I don't. There's a difference. I will fight with people that I care about based upon I don't want their thinking patterns to get them harmed by others. When I fight people I don't like, I don't care about their thinking patterns. Yeah, I don't care. I want their brainwave activity to cease. That's the way I think about approaching that. Even when I beat up my nephews, right? I don't maim them. I don't maim them. I make sure they can heal because when you learn, there's a difference between learning how to fight and just fighting. So, and I talk about it all the time. I fight differently in my community with my community than I fight outside of my community on behalf of my community. Those are different. You have to be able. I can't beat up everybody in the community like I want. That's why sometimes I leave the community and just go beat up racists and bigots because sometimes you all make me so mad, and I'll be like, I can't take it out on you all because you all are still healing. So I just go out and take it out on people that are sitting in a movie theater and tell me that they moved because they wanted to give someone space. See, that would not have turned out the way Cam. Cam sent me a video, and I was thinking about that video, and I was like, yeah, yeah. See, when you're with me, you have to understand this is unapologetic. So if you do something fucked up or say something fucked up to me, you're going to get it right then. And unless of course now I don't really consider people I care about and love. They really never say anything fucked up. They could say things to me and I laugh because it's a private joke or something like that. But if I don't, and why are we at that? Um, some of y'all need to stop sending me the videos y'all send me. I don't find them funny and I find them insulting. Just thought I'd tell you. You should know me better than that. Some of these videos are borderline insulting to either trans community or they're not funny. They're not funny. They actually are insulting. And y'all should know me by now. You should know me by now. Only two exceptions of that is some of the videos Reese and Olivia send me. They know me well enough to know what I find funny 92% of the time. And the ones I don't find funny, I don't find offensive. But some of you all will send me videos and it's like you're thinking they're funny and they're not funny. They're not funny videos. They're insulting. They're borderline transphobic or or dark humor that is not at the expense of the person telling the joke or thinking they're doing that. I find them insulting, and y'all be careful because I'll be wanting to hunt the people down. Sometimes you send me these videos about, or I'll make a video about them and it doesn't go in the direction you all think it does because they are, yeah, they're insulting. Yeah, that's something. And sometimes I'll be looking at people's lives and they think they be checking a bigot or a racist, and you be doing so in one of the most homophobic or transphobic or anti-black ways possible because they're racist and a bigot. But yeah, that's problematic also. Yep, just thought I know not to insinuate. I'm so over people caring more about an app than people without home. Right, I am also. I am also, and that's what gets me. Or you can't even use Petra or watching. And I say this all the time. And this is another reason people get mad at me and unfollow me. Like I'm lose any sleep. An insomniac losing sleep. You all don't know. Y'all didn't think that through too well. But because I say the things out loud that, just like the video I made about, I want you all to run me my apology. I want it from December the 6th. I want me not December, November the 6th at 12:01 a.m. when I called the election, and people were like, "Oh, hold on, there's a plan. Don't think, don't look, don't lose hope." Number one, I'm not out here fighting on hope. What? Don't lose hope. Is hope somebody that's with me out here at these protests? Don't lose hope. They up to something. Democrats, they're not gonna let this go. They're gonna fight for democracy. You all understand the state state elections were certified on December the 17th, and Vice President Kamala Harris certified the national election on January the 6th. So, excuse me. What's your plan? Y'all plan is going to what? Because at this point, it's not even a legal remedy. At this point, you're just going to blatantly say you want me to believe you're going to storm the inauguration of President Trump. That's your plan, and because technically he's president elect certified. He's certified president elect now. Before this, he wasn't certified president. He was just the president elect. So he's certified president elect Donald Trump. These names I say these because they have meaning. So your idea is to what? Storm the inauguration? You want me to believe you have enough balls to storm an inauguration when you didn't have enough balls to block 2 points of egress on election certification. What is his plan? What is his plan? I want somebody who thinks there's a plan, and don't give me the, oh well, we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, yeah, we sure don't. We sure don't. Yep, because there's nothing going on behind the scenes. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to secure their seats. Yep, I saw that. I saw that in the whole finale. I saw how it's been playing out. Then people like, oh well, don't give up hope. Hope, hope. What the hell are y'all talking about? I don't have hope. I have plans. I make plans. Yeah, I just can rarely get people on board with some of them, but I have plans. But you mean to tell me you have access to an entire Democratic Party's apparatus? You all better ever give me access to a party's apparatus. I told you all, this is why you don't see TNathan in certain places, or they just say, hey, TNathan, here's a platform, and we give you 1 month to prove yourself. 1 month? Oh, you gave me 3 weeks too long, but I'll take it. I'll because after understanding that when I like say, and I know people be like, well, what did you expect Barack Obama to do? I expect him to ignore the hell out of President Trump, just like George Bush did. Why is the everybody's holding Barack Obama and black people? To you see, Michelle did not show up. I have so much. I've already had so much respect for Michelle Obama, but I have even more because she would have been sitting next to Donald Trump, and he would have been trying to talk to her, and she would have showed you, I'm not talking to you, and she would have been dead right, dead right. Nobody got, and people are like, well, you don't know what happened in the back room, or you don't. Yes, I do. I literally, unlike some people, and it's a little insulting when people do this to me, but unlike some people, I watch. I watched the whole funeral. I watched the different press conferences from different angles. I have all these screens. That's what I do. I watch different press conferences. I watch them. I watch. I know who came in at first, who came in second. I know of the presidents and their family. I knew what they had on. That's why I was joking about. Damn, Laura Bush looked happy. I should have streamed it so people would know. I was like, Laura Bush looks better now than she ever did in the White House. She looked like I'm good. She looked like I'm good. And I watched all these things. I watched the interaction. I watched Claudia. I always called her Claudia. Karen, is it Karen Pence? Mike Pence's wife? I watched her throw shade. She threw shade like she was a tree. I mean, not a little tree either. She threw shade like she was a redwood oak that hadn't been burned in decades. Yeah, she threw shade. She had all her leaves out. Melania Trump extended her hand. She looked at her like, bitch, I didn't like you when I was in the White House. What makes you think I like you now? Yeah, that's what she did. Shade. The playful act between Bush and Michelle as well. All right, yeah, that's even better than anything. They didn't have no time. They didn't have no time, and the idea because President Bush never insulted her gender, her intelligence, her right to exist. He never did in that. No one ever did that to her. But yeah, I got things to look. I just thought it was I just thought it was so touching that Michelle said, "I would like to be there. I'm sending my thoughts and prayers, but I have previous engagements, so I can't make the funeral. I'll be in Hawaii." It's like, and it was no shade to Jimmy Carter because if you all remember, Michelle Obama went to the funeral of Rosalind Carter without Barack. She went through the funeral and showed her and condolences without Barack, but she didn't have to sit next to Donald Trump because people don't. And then I have people tell me things like, "Well, they were sitting in order of succession." I'll be like, "I'm 57 goddamn years old. I do political commentary. You think I don't know the seating arrangements of how presidents are seated in order of their service?" I'll be like, people be saying stuff like that to me after I just did a whole dissertation on the history of a political ideology in this country. And you would say, well, they set that way. What does sitting that way have anything to do with what we're talking about? Because, like I said, George Bush walked in front of Trump, past him and Laura walked past them, fist bumped Barack Obama's stomach, and kept and sat down. And I be looking, I be like, what in the hell do you all realize sometimes people be talking to me and I be like, it sounds like Charlie Brown teacher. They be talking about something they know nothing about, and to me they just sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. And I also look like they do it to black men like me more than they do it. I have white children on this app talking about politics that are easily a third of my age. A third? A little over a third. Oh no, about a third of my age. But no one ever questions them on their uh, semi-political acumen. But someone wants to tell me, well, they're sitting that way because I be wanting to. This is why violence is never off the table with me, and because I just be like, if I was in person right now, after giving a 2-hour soliloquy on the state of politics in this country, and that was your takeaway, I would have slapped you in the mouth, and I would be wrong. Yes, I'd be wrong. Yeah, Obama had no excuses for laughing it up with that. Right. I don't care. And people be like, oh, he's just kind and that's what he expects. And that's why we don't get any progress. You all are okay with people in the face of all kind of atrocity. That's some colonizer taught bullshit. That's some oppressive talk bullshit. You do not, you know, that's some passive ass, colonized taught ideology that keeps Negroes in check. Because you always got to be better than the other person while we're leading you off to the slaughter. You got to be better. You got to think about this. You got to think about that. I got to think about what planet are you all on? I don't have to think about a damn thing. Did you get the memo? You didn't get the memo, did you? No. Mm-mm. That's the same turn the other cheek mentality that some of us don't experience. I'm telling you. Some of y'all, I don't get viral videos where somebody has disrespected me in such a way that, and I'm just filming the video saying, look at this. No, the video will be used as evidence at a trial. Yes, that's what would happen. And I make no apologies about it. I carry myself like you started, I'll end it. I literally carry myself like that. Mhm. Would have had them put an empty chair between us. There's no way I would have sat next to him. He had, see, that's why Michelle didn't show up because if Michelle would have shown up, would have seating, she would have been seated next to Donald Trump. Yep, like but first ladies are a buffer. First ladies are a buffer between the president and the next president, and I think that's so classes also, right? I think that's a form of using women as buffers. And I know, don't what were they going to say? Somebody's going to be considered that way, right? Hell, I'll be like, oh baby, you can sit down in front of me, or I sit down in front of you. I don't care. You sit here. I would have thought of something. I wouldn't have never. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't have these problems if we don't have these kind of traditions rooted in subservience. We wouldn't have these problems of having to have my wife literally sit next to a man whose family has called her a man and has joked about that for years. No, why would I subject my wife to sitting next to this? Yeah, telling you, y'all could have called me anything y'all wanted to. I wouldn't have cared. But I'm gonna tell you. Listen, listen, listen. Did you all see the look that? And I have something else to talk about too. I am waiting, and he has not showed up yet. I was waiting for Antoine. We're going to talk about what happened at the church Sunday. So we're going to run a little over because I didn't really get on this for so long, but I got to get it. But can you imagine? Just imagine with me. Y'all saw the look that um Kamala Harris shot back when they were talking, right? You saw this look, right? And those of you all who know, we've seen that look before. Either you're married to somebody who's given that look before, or on a national stage, you saw that look when Will Smith got up and slapped the out of Chris Rock, right? Because that was the same look Jada shot after that stupid ass joke he cut. And she shot, and I don't care. I know people don't like my stance on Jada and Will and Slap. I know people like, oh, I can't believe they said that. Yeah, it didn't set me back nowhere. I thought it was entertaining. Yeah, I was watching the Oscars clip, so I was expecting to be entertained. Do you understand that? We're watching a show give awards for entertainment, and you think, oh, we don't, you don't want to be. I was entertained. I was entertained, and Chris Rock deserved it. I told you I would have been slapped Chris Rock. I'd have started slapping Chris Rock in 2018 when he was on the show with Ricky Gervais and CK Louis, and Seinfeld, and they up there just throwing around the N word. Everybody but Seinfeld. I will not put that on Seinfeld. He made it a point to let you know he wasn't using the N word. But Ricky Gervais and JK, was they tossing it back and forth like it's a ping pong ball, and Chris Rock sitting there laughing. Yeah, I wanted to slap him then. So I would have. And my story is: can you imagine Dougie? Can you imagine Dougie getting up at Jimmy Carter's funeral and slapping the hell out of Donald Trump? Oh, woo, woo, woo. That would have been like, damn, Dougie, go Dougie, Team Dougie. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that when she cut that look back there. I would have. We could dream. Gervais is so talented, but he tries too hard, and that turns him into. Um, Kim, I know you're across the pond, right? But you know, and I'm gonna say this because I chastise my friends all the time. It's not a chastisement, but I get so tired of people. It was a meme I saw this weekend, right? About R. Kelly, and it was like, oh, he's so talented, and he just and he's a pedo, and he's an abuser. I can't. I don't even like the same. It's like, yeah, they're not talented to me. Yeah. Or let me be honest. You separate the two in the fact that in the conversation they don't belong together. Because I'm not talking about their talent. And in a lot of this society, we use talent as a justification for tolerating some of the most intolerable things. It shouldn't even be a conversation. Yeah, he's talented, but when we get to he's this, then that doesn't even enter the conversation. Ricky Gervais is talented, but so are a lot of serial killers. They're talented, but at the end of the day, it's not their talent I was commenting on. It's their insensitivity to racial issues that at someone his age and status should know better than. That would be the talent I would like to see. I would like you to be talented enough to be self aware of what you're doing and how it affects people. Yeah, show me that talent. Show me that talent. Their lives are my safe place because these lives are my safe place. So you never make me feel too much for being in the know about world news. You never tell me to switch it off and relax. Right, right. And I won't. I won't tell you to switch it off. I don't. It's like Kim, and y'all don't know Kim's over here on my Twitch page, and she's across the pond, and we talk. I don't mind pushback. I'll take but I tell people, and people that know me tell you, my confidence of talking about the things I talk about comes from studying, comes from attention, paying attention, comes from dissecting social cues. So any pushback, I'm not gonna give you pushback like Metal was in here earlier. I will never give Metal pushback on how to fix something. Never. I will not. 7 minute warning, and I haven't even got to the thing. Oh man, I never give a pushback like Kim. I would never give Kim pushback on music, and I can play the piano. But if she said, "Hey, play it this way," that's the way it's going to be played because I don't give pushback on people in fields. I don't think, and people will tell you if I don't know something, and I want to know it, I will go analyze. That's the way my intelligence is set up. I will go analyze it. I will go read books on it. I will go to lectures on it, and then in a 48 hours after I've done all that, I can come back and have a decent conversation with you on the subject because that's how I apply myself. That's how insomnia works when you have a brain that literally doesn't shut down or compartmentalize, and it's compartmentalized in a way that every section of it is dedicated towards something. So yes, I will get pushback. But racism, bigots, I just want to throw hands. I just want to throw hands. That's the distinctive difference from me. All right. One more thing before I get off on that. Another thing I said about the videos: don't send me lives to anybody's live that is titled "Messy Anything." If we switch it off, it doesn't mean it stopped happening. Right. But don't send me lives to anybody's live who has a title of "Messy Anything" or "How do we as white people deal with racism." Stop sending me them lives. I'm not coming because if I come in, I'm cussing and I'm gonna make somebody block me. So don't send me those lives. Don't send me lives gossiping about something that is irrelevant to me. And by irrelevant, I'm talking about lives where somebody has taken a position on what Beyonce was performing and how she performed it. I don't care. Either I enjoyed it or I didn't. And if I didn't enjoy it, it has nothing to do with most of the things they're talking about. Yeah, I don't care. Don't send me live, especially if they're being run by men. Yeah. Don't send me a live of a man that's like their byline is messy TikTok. Yeah, no. What? What? Are we adults? That's my question. No, we have to be adults because children don't do this. I've never seen a child host a live called Messy Anything. I didn't. But yeah, um, yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. It doesn't turn out well for any of us. Um, I think less of you for sending me it. I think less of them for doing it because I'm like, do you really know me? When people send me shit, I'll be like, ooh, you know me. I have your phone number and you sent me this. I guess I didn't know you. Yeah, don't send me stuff like I know not to send you 80% of my life. No, it's not that your live, Jay, is that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story because you're my nephew, and I expect better. So no, that doesn't apply to you because I'm coming in cussing and dropping people. Yeah, y'all just be lucky when you have those lives. I'm usually doing something like trying to feed somebody or trying to work out some veterans administration issue on the phone with somebody who doesn't realize I would show up at the Veterans Administration and choke them. Yeah, I will do that. That's what y'all get saved by. Or I'm just too into my book to stop. Yeah. I'll be like, so it's to me, Jay's live. I was like, Jay, you need to come over here and deal with this. I'll be like, okay, I'm on page 257. I have 200 more pages to go. I look up again, text. I'm like, I'm on page 273. 173 pages to go. I'm not going. I'm not going. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna kill him. But at the end of the day, yeah, don't waste my time with stuff like that. Don't waste my time. Now, if y'all having good conversation and you need me over there to give some input on some good stuff, oh yeah, I'm coming. I know the difference too. I know the difference. Yeah, yeah. So don't send it. Also, and I'm saying this, I don't know what social media would you like to see me on. I'll be wondering that question because people say, "Well, follow here, follow you that," and I'm let me tell you something. I'm not gonna post on. I'm just gonna post the same thing on all social media. If this app goes away, I'm not going to make different content for different social media, except Snapchat. Yeah, yeah, because Snapchat is like I call it whole phase. I just be laughing at some of the whole phase stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm not, and only because you can snap. So you'll see a lot of pictures of me and Bella on Snapchat while I'm laughing at the whole phase of everybody else. I totally forgot about the TikTok ban. I don't think you're Kimmy. You're not gonna have to worry about it, Kim. You're in England. They're not banning TikTok in England. They're not banning it across the pond. Don't worry. I drop them myself. Yeah, get Clapper, YouTube, Fame. Listen, this is the thing, right? I have I have all those. People told me to get those a long time ago. They said, get this, get this. I don't like most of them. I'm gonna tell you a secret. How do I put this? I don't like most social media apps as far as just the app. I don't like the app. I wish I could find, but the things I do like, I can't. I don't. I remember I have a Patreon, right? I had a Patreon. I still have a Patreon, and I thought that hey, I'll charge people like $2.99, and we can hang out like we do here on Patreon. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. I say $2.99 a month. Yeah, it just get it up. It didn't work. Um, it doesn't work. It's like subscriptions don't work. None of that works. So I was like, okay. So going to like Clapper. Clapper's only thing to me is that if I want to, I can clap back at people without restrictions that I did on other social media app. But I'm gonna tell you something. Clapper, you can't put me in a pool that's too shallow. And Clapper is real shallow on races and bigots as far as they're just racist and bigots. It's like the racism and bigotry there is not even subtle. It's Mississippi level. It's just in your and it's like y'all not even working hard at this. This is like and it's not even a challenge. It's like oh Clapper. Someone tagged me on that. I turned off my notifications for Clapper. People will tag me in videos and want me to see videos, and I was like, yep. I was 22 when I seen that same person doing that same thing in Mississippi. It's not. It's not. Yeah, but it means I won't get notifications when you upload to TikTok. Just like I no longer get notifications from you on X, I have to deep-load them for Snapchat. Yeah, yeah. If I do, I understand that, and you have to start doing more here on YouTube, even if just to make my life. Okay, I will do that. I will continue. That's why I got the format back and the setting back, and after holidays, and I've brushed up and gotten it better. But because I still will be broadcasting nightly at 10 o'clock, I still will be simulcasting my radio show like this. So every night, Monday through Friday, no matter what happens to TikTok, I will still be doing this because, the radio station. And I would just be simulcasting it. I could easily do these without the simulcasting, but I do them with simulcasting because I just reach more people. I don't know why, but I reach more people in the States than I do on Clapper on GCPR on the air. And I'm fine with that. I don't mind. And then I get to interact with you all that. But I find that most people don't do the work it takes to follow what they say they like. Someone say, "I like your comment. I like your commentary." Yeah, I'm like, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube nightly doing the same thing. If you don't see me on X or me on TikTok, I could open up, I could go to X if I think you all wanted me there. I would go where you all want to follow me, but most people only do what is easy. And that's why I get on people talking about the algorithm of TikTok. The algorithm doesn't show me your content. My content is here. If you come to TikTok, I'm not saying if you don't come to TikTok unless you're just coming for notifications. That's one thing. But if you are on TikTok, they didn't take my they might restrict even when they ban me from posting content, my content is still posted there if you haven't caught up. Yeah, even when they ban my lives, it's still they didn't delete my account. But all right. All right. Log off of GCPR. All right, GCPR. My chief of security and my nephew are telling me to log off, and it is Monday, so I'm not going to take over the DJ's Monday time. I've already took. I should go 4 more minutes, but anyway, I'm gonna let the DJ have it now. GCPR. Catch you all tomorrow night, and no matter what happens, don't worry about what happens to TikTok or anything else. I will be here nightly, Monday nights, at 10 something, Central Standard Time. Y'all figure it out where you all are. Peace. Okay. And one more thing before we get to movie night, and I want to entertain some questions. You all remember the church in Hampton, Virginia, where Pastor Jackson um, called the young lady up, made the young lady stand up in front of the church and apologize for being pregnant because obviously, it's a one-sided issue, and somehow shaming works. Yeah, I thought that was atrocious. And then I saw this little boy masquerading as a man talking about shaming women and shaming women into not having sex outside of wedlock. And I was like, what? That's your big takeaway? No one shames men for having sex outside of wedlock, but we're gonna shame women. But that's neither here nor there. It is here, but it's there later. So, have some friends, go down to the church in Hampton, Illinois, Hampton, Virginia. Sorry about that. Had some friends go down there this Sunday, and let's just say it was an interesting experience for them, right? Because they didn't get in the church. They didn't get in the church, and I was waiting for him to come into the comment section, but he's sick also. He's sick because he also got wet there. But they didn't get into the church because the police were there. The Come As You Are Welcome Church, Church of Christ, the Trinity Church of Christ there. They didn't let them in. The police were only, it was police were there, people were outside, and I thought that was so funny. But they were giving me the takeaway from being on the spot, and it was just like I expected. Just like I expected. Coat like in appearance, in attitude. And I'm telling you, that it amazes me when I see so many black people fall for an oppressive cult of a religion. It does. As liberal, any religion that teaches me my ancestors died and went to hell because they didn't know God or Jesus or whatever his son's name was that day, that's not what that's oppressive. That's oppressive. Yeah, you get a whole a whole generation of greatness. You want me to believe that? Yeah, they're in hell, tortured right now because some white European Jesus didn't come over and bleed on them. Yeah, spare me, spare me. My civilization, my ancestors predate your Jesus by thousands of years, right? So spare me. But anyway, they said they didn't get in. The police were there, and it was some of the most cult-like environments they ever seen. And I'm reaching out to some former members of the church. Police were there to keep folks out because they knew they was on some BS. I don't know. Maybe police were there to keep some people out. But here's the thing: how did they? What kind of BS were they on? They were just going there to see church, and how did they make a difference? Could they see? This is the thing. They didn't interpret it that people might be saying, "Hey, I seen this church on, and I want to go check it out," and let me go in there. No, they assumed that people were on some bullshit because they were on bullshit. The police were there. They were called in, and yeah. But I don't look. I don't. I would have no problem with people being kept out of a church. I just know it acknowledges what I've already said. Don't give me that. You're welcome. You're welcome to come. And then when they come, you be like, "Oh, you're here for the wrong reasons." No, but God not protecting y'all. Yeah. Did he fall down? Tell me he fell down. Who? Hold on. I got TNathan I used to podcast on YouTube. Yeah, we did. We had Petra and I had a podcast on YouTube. Um and I think some episodes are still around. Yeah, we did. Tell me the preacher fell down? No, he didn't fall down. I'm convinced you can't tell me the preacher not the father of the child. Uh, probably one of the deacons. Yeah, probably one of the deacons. But and I just think the whole conversation around this from the aspect of black men who have not seen any, have not fucked anything since they basically came out, talking about shaming women. That video made so many rounds. I'm sure of the members knew folks would show up to try and help that girl. Right, they did, and I'm gonna tell you, I had thoughts of that at first until I read the mother's note. Then I realized that's a cult, and there is no helping people in cults until they want to get out. Um, and all the cult standard I use is stuff like David Koresh and Waco and Jim Jones and Jonestown. Yeah, cults, religion. Christianity is a cult too, but people don't like it when I tell them that because then they get bent out of shape and they be like, "I can't believe you called the Western oppressive religion a cult because for 400 years our God didn't answer the prayers of any black people about slavery. I can't believe you did that." Yep, that was me. I did it. I said it. I stand by it and fight me. Not my fault. Not my fault. While y'all go out, like every time a school shooting happened, and I was like, and someone says, I'm sending thoughts and prayers. I'm telling you, Michelle Obama intentionally said that when she put that, why she had to miss. Um, when she said that, I was like, yeah, thoughts and prayers, huh? Yeah, thoughts and prayers didn't stop one bullet. Anne Frank was praying, didn't stop any bullets. Our people prayed for 400 years. They still were lynched. So, excuse me if I'm not feeling. I feel that the pastor or one of the old deacons is the baby daddy, and they use the pressure of religion to keep quiet. Right, I do. Want to stress once again that I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah, yep. Um, yeah, I wish we would have fell down. I saw a TikTok where a guy confronted the pastor. You did? I didn't see that TikTok. Was it from this weekend? Send it to me. Send it to me, Shay. Um, I would like to see that. Okay, I know. I know. All right. Damn, this time went quick, and I wasn't even finished. Um, I wasn't even finished. But I know tomorrow's Tuesday, and some people have to get up and go to work. So, are you all want me to y'all want to watch the movie, or y'all want to get some rest? I know some people rest. I've been reminded of that when I be demanding people be up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, having a conversation about something I decided to have a conversation about. I was reminded this weekend that some people sleep during those hours, so I do apologize for forgetting that on a regular basis. That just because I'm woke doesn't mean everybody else is woke. I figure if you sleep, your phone, you don't answer your phone. When you answer the phone and I call at 2:30 in the morning, I assume you were like me. You were woke. So I know. And then it's Monday. I don't know what to plan. So sometimes I need to sleep. Sometimes I don't. I figure when I'm asleep, I don't answer the phone. Yeah, that's. So I figured everybody was like that. I figured that. And the thing is, my ringer is never on. That's another thing. My ringer vibrate. I don't like the sound of my phone vibrating. I don't. I don't. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the sound of my phone vibrate. I've tried different ring. Now I do have several ringtones assigned to separate people because they, in case they do call, I know that I need to take that call. Then I have, but in general, my you got it's the flashing lights that draws my attention because my phone, if I'm woke, it's usually somewhere I can see it. Now, people will call me like when I'm doing things, like we deliver meals or something like that. I know you're calling. I'm just not answering because I'm busy, and I don't. And I call you when I get back in the car. I'll do that. But at that time, yeah, I'm busy. I'm not calling you. Mm, so it is what it is. Clapper also has a lockdown feature for private lives. If Clapper, I will look and see if Clapper has the ability for me to link it to the ODS. If it does, I'll broadcast. I'll broadcast anywhere. Um, yeah. I mean, I downloaded the Lemonade app. Someone say download the Lemonade app and it can transfer all your stuff. And yeah, it transferred like everybody that's on Lemonade that was following me. I think it automatically did it. I don't know, but I'll figure. But you can only upload 1 minute videos. See, 1 minute video formats, they are right, but most of the videos I make, I want to talk about the issue I'm talking about. So 1 minute is just the introduction to the talking. All right, so what we doing, fam? Are we watching a movie tonight, or are we gonna put it off to tomorrow night? And where's Rain? Where is Rain? I don't see Rain. Robert, your verification code. Yeah, I hold on. Let's see Robert in here. Let me, let me check. Let me check on people. Uh, y'all snowed out or snowed in? I'm gonna see. It's like I'm sending text messages, and I can tell you can be able to hear me send your text message, but I don't know. I guess we could do it tomorrow. We could do it tomorrow because, like I say, it's. I want to see. I want to show Den of Thieves, but we can watch it tomorrow. I know a lot of people have active weekends, and y'all need to get some sleep. I'm trying to be respectful of people's sleep habits. Oh, and plus, I want to go. If we don't, I'm gonna binge watch season 2 of Dragon Prince. Trying to catch up. Oh, Red Notes. Red Notes. Come tell me about it in live. Okay, we were talking about you on live. Red Notes. Um, This is the thing, right? And I'm glad someone mentioned that. I'm glad somebody mentioned Red Notes because it's a Chinese-owned company. Also, it's like Lemon Eight, right? Or if someone sent me another Chinese company. I'm learning Mandarin. Red Note is a Chinese version of TikTok. It's I, it's interesting because it's a Chinese company. So I'm looking at these companies and I'm like, aren't we just going to get into the same position again? I want to know when y'all get into banning Shein and Temu. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. All right, I'm here. No, Rain, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. You over there learning Mandarin. Yeah, learning Mandarin on Red Notes. Is it interesting? Do I need a do I need to get and I think I have. Tried to open up a. I was trying to open up a Red Note account, but my thing was didn't get a verification. And I was like, of course, I was also trying to open it up at 9:57 p.m. Right, 3 minutes before I was supposed to be on air. I want to get my Red Notes account set up, and I didn't because the verification literally just came through during the show. Yeah, you love it. You like Red Note? How is it different than TikTok? What's up, Beard? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. See, what's different than what on Red Note is? I don't know. For me, social media apps fall into one or two categories: user friendly or not. I mean, like I can run all of them. I just don't. I tell you, I don't like Instagram. I don't TikTok. It's not the algorithm. I just like the way TikTok displays things. I do. But you can leave picture comments. Oh, you enjoy red notes? I mean, that's the major difference. I can leave. I don't leave. I don't like comments, so I gotta leave picture comments. Yeah. Oh, can I leave picture comments that are like vulgar in nature? Can I send like a picture comment of Bella's ass? Oh, yeah. I don't. Memes. I I I've just been clicking on stuff and the algorithm found me. Okay. After TikTok, I'm not creating another social media platform. I'm going to Twitch to stream my games. Hadn't heard of Red Nose until tonight. Do we think it's worth? I downloaded to see what it was about, but I'm still saying my thing is it's a Chinese company. So we'll just be back at the same place a little later, right? I'm also going to be promoting my book. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of Twitch. They were saying let's not bring politics to this app under video about. Well, I'm not coming to Red Notes. I won't be on Red Notes then. Yeah, they have my data already, so we can. Right, they have my data. Is that right? I'm not coming anywhere that I can't do social justice or politics. I'm not coming. Doesn't think there should be a sign language. Doesn't think there should be a sign language coordinator. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. But I think but if I'm gonna do that, I might as well open my X account back up. I figure that I don't mind wading into hostile territories, but I just might as well open my X account back up. I have I don't know. If I can't cuss someone out, I'm out. Right, like a translator. Okay, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm built. Um, I don't know. I'm built to play nice with people on apps. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've really been pondering that for the last few months. Right? Is most people on social media want sunshine and bunnies all the time, and I don't mind sunshine and bunnies, but I can't do that without talking about real world events. And people seen and I looked at Facebook and they were talking about community notes, and I just feel like if anything, if I'm gonna be on apps, I'm gonna be community notes. But most people are not going to watch community notes because they're more comfortable in being lied to or spreading the lie than they are being defending the lie or being confronted with the truth. So I don't know. So I don't. Do I want to? And I don't get paid to enough. If I got paid, if George Soros said, "Hey, T. Nathan, I'll give you this much money a month just to run your social media accounts," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll take that, George," because my social media accounts will be geared towards fact checking because we can't count on social media companies to fact check. So I would gear my social media towards fact checking just like I do now. I've gotten more into fact checking now because social media companies are backing out of it. And that's why I probably will go back to X because I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? What's up, Dresses and Swords? I watched the community notes on X. They are actually really good. And I think I can write and I think I write good community notes. Or if not, I can do good community note videos. Just like I did on the video of people were saying this is a video of black people looting a house. And it just was a black people trying to save their stuff out of a house that was on fire in the back. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that is a compelling reason to go open back up my X account because of that. Because I don't know. You should get into community notes. They pay good. They don't pay me. I do write community notes. I wrote community notes on TikTok, on X before I left. I didn't know they paid. I didn't know they paid. Yeah. This is the first time I've heard of community notes. No, they on X. That's why I first, and they're gonna be on Facebook now. So I might go back into Facebook. I said I was gonna do that. I think I ventured. My question is, what social media would you all like to see me on? Maybe that's the question I need to ask. And I mean, like to see me on. Just don't tell me about it. And then when I get there, it's like, okay, no one's following it. It doesn't matter. And don't if it's a social media for just sunshine and unicorns, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all sunshine and unicorns. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil your sunshine and unicorn party. Just don't recommend it to me. If the fact that what social media which you all like to see, um, the brand of social media content I do on, and don't say Clapper. I'll go to Clapper, but I need George Soros to write me a check because Clapper, I would literally spend all my time um, baiting racists and bigots. I'll follow you on Insta under a fake name because I use that account to gather information. Yeah, I probably know what fake name it is. Yeah, Cam, you use listen. It's funny, Cam. I'm sure your fake names. I know. I could guess if I seen it, cause I'll be like, "That's so Cam." That's so Cam. Yeah, Joseph. Joseph, as in Magneto's clone. I think Facebook depends on how the censorship is. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is trying to make money, and he's trying. And there's a, you know what? There's a documentary called TikTok Boom that I think I'm going to find and play. Gerald Vandross. Gerald Vandross Thick. That's Cam's whole name. Robin Gerald Vandross Thick. Don't want to tip them off accidentally when I'm lurking. Yeah. So y'all let me know what, and I guess I'll catch you all tomorrow night. Right? To get some rest. If you're in the snow zone like certain people are, um, enjoy. But think about those who happen to be homeless in your area. If you are in the LA area and you're able to check on those who are less fortunate that, or no matter what happens after this disaster, are going to still be unhoused. That is a thing. Y'all check on them, and remember that the Democrats don't have any plan to stop the inauguration of Donald Trump. They never did. All those people in my last video, I'm talking to you all, that all the ones that left comments and told me all to be patient and wait. There was a plan in the works. Um, and at this point, any plan you all engage in is going to get you probably a John Wilkes Booth charge. That's the only thing left at this point. So if that's your plan, I can't see a whole party engaging in that plan. That plan is going to, if you know, then you know. But that plan's still gonna lead to a JD Vance presidency. I just thought I'd put that out there. And if not that, it's gonna lead to a Mike Johnson presidency. So I hope y'all have better plans than running into the line of secession that still gets you the same thing, if not worse. Yeah, it would. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I think it's a different conversation after the fact, Raina. Rain. I think it's a different conversation now that we went through and allowed these two key events to take place on December 17th and January the 6th unchallenged. So I think it's a different conversation now because at this point, like I said, he's certified President elect Donald Trump. So anything that doesn't involve an upending of democracy, it'd be so funny to me to watch the Democrats overturn democracy to stop Donald Trump from taking office. I think that would just be that would be hilarious. But at the end of the day, we have ventured after January 6th, you have ventured into an area that I think you're only going to facilitate what you say you stand against if you don't do it in a way that's a natural disaster like an asteroid falling on Mar-a-Lago. But anything, and at this point, you're also going to add to that, besides bigots and racists, a sympathy factor that people that say they stand in opposition to bigotry and racism are going to jump on board with, just like they did after the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. You had all these people coming out. Oh, are you all right? Is everything all right? We should turn the rhetoric down, and that just leads us to even worse place. Even worse place. They love Luigi on Red Note. I feel you, but y'all know how I feel about Luigi. I feel like we have used his cause in a manner to draw attention to our medical care system, but you can't convince me that Luigi is not just one wealthy white man, a wealthy white family taking out his personal grudges on another wealthy white man. I say the system talk and all that. Uh, well, anyway, that's just me. I just use it. I think I'm not above using the situation to, because situations like this have been used against us all the time. So yeah, we all talk about Luigi struck a blow, and maybe it did stop some insurance companies from doing some things they had planned to implement. But in the long run, if we don't do something as a collective, they're going to implement those things, and we're going to see. Most of this is just people complaining about the system. And yeah, CEOs should be, if you are engaged in activity that is beholden to suckling off the teat of society at society's expense, yes, I'm all for liquidation. But at the end of the day, if we're just liquidating people without changing the fundamentals of the system, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. Democrats are spineless. A spark doesn't matter when it comes from all that matters is and if we and then China has free medical care. Right. Rain. Listen, when people be talking about communist countries and stuff like that, and I be like, mm, yeah, there's an argument to be made that how bad do you all want free medical care? See, In the Pharaoh system that I advocate for, you would have free medical care would be a basis of our society, a foundation of it, along with freedom from hunger, free shelter, and free education. That would be a given. Being born in my society that you all allowed me to reconstruct would be the basis. Every citizen would have that right. Every citizen could expect that no matter what, they're going to have a place to stay, have food, access to education, and access to medical care. Because there will be no society without that for me. That will be it. And he's like, well, how would you pay for it? The same way we pay for air. It's freedom, and we will make it free. It will be free. We will structure our government to make it always free. And on top of that, once you build that, and I don't think people understand when you build a society that those four issues are free, you free up all of revenue is only a point in a capitalist society. So when people be asking me how you're going to pay for that, I'll be like, you're asking me that based on capitalism, not on what I'm talking about. It's because it pays for itself because of the fact we build our foundation on that. And if it frees up the people to be great in areas without the stress of a student loan, without the stress of worrying about am I going to have food at home, without the stress of I broke my leg, am I going to be able to have medical care that sets it properly and I'll be able to walk again. All those questions are answered because no matter what, you have those. So one of the leading motivators of crime is poverty. And poverty is rooted in those four things. If we eliminate the root cause of poverty, we lower crime dramatically. And so we free up our system. So all those things are freeing in themselves. And I can't have that conversation of pain in the scope of capitalism because capitalism would never allow those foundations to exist because capitalism needs to profit off of those very foundations. Can we go back to the barter system? No, we can't go back to the barter system because I'm gonna tell you why. The barter system works in small communities. It doesn't work in a community of millions of people. Yeah, the barter system lends way as it gets larger to bullying and other people setting the price for your goods and service. Yeah, it doesn't. Equity doesn't need profits, right? And we need to understand the difference between equity and equality. We want equality of treatment in our law, but we want equity of access for everybody that's a citizen. And I tell you, and people that follow me know that my Ghanaian roots, when I think about crime or certain things, if it's bad enough to draw the attention of a national attention or your tribal attention, then it involves something that you did that requires either death or excommunication. Now, you won't be stealing for food. So there is no small crimes. There are no small crimes. And if you do something to take advantage of the community, like treason or traitorship, then that's death, because you engage in treason or traitor, betrayal of the community to someone else for profit and the expense of the community, that's a death sentence. So there will be only a few crimes, and those punishments will be either excommunication or death. Yeah, you violate a woman or a child or another man in a manner that is exercising of perversion or power. Y'all know what I'm talking about because I can't say the great word on here. Yeah, that's death. You take the innocence of a child, death. And we also gonna have a system in place where these are not gonna be conjecturized things. They're not gonna be like we think you did. No, for what we know you did, yeah, it's either know or don't know. All right, y'all getting me talking. It's 11:30 now. I know. So we'll do Den of Thieves tomorrow night. Um, we'll do a Quiet Storm with Bats, Masters. We'll do that also, and got some other things coming down the pipe. All right. Fair enough. And you all think about looking into if you have any extra money to donate to things. Um, there's the And if you don't, just contact me and I'll find some way for you to get to when we set up, when we try to figure out how we're going to raise money for those who happen to be homeless and in the LA area and what this looks like on the other side of the fire because we're also looking at where they're going, where they're going to go, and I'll let you all know about that. And don't forget my trip. My trip, I'm going to be celebrating, not celebrating, commemorating the 60th anniversary and a march on Selma. We're raising funds to do that also. March the 5th through the 10th. The GoFundMe page is set up, or you can just cash app me and put in the cash app for trip to Selma. Greatly appreciate it. But regardless, I'm going to be in Selma March 5th through the 10th anyway. I'm going to be there no matter what when I say by any means necessary, if I have to put on the bear costume, I mean, my bear onesie and a mask, I'm going to be in Selma because the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Voting Registration Act and the Bloody Sunday of Selma is something that I have to commemorate. I should read, but Marvel Rivals is tempting me. Go play Marvel's Rivals. You know, I haven't played Rivals yet. I've seen it. I've seen the boys play it. I haven't seen it. Is Thomas the villain going with you? Thomas the villain is supposed to go. He's still working out because he's in. I almost told you where I don't know if you know where he lives at now, but he's closer than I am. Yeah, my bear onesie. I started to. I wear my bear onesie. I've been wearing my bear onesie all during the snowstorm. Yeah, and I think, and this is the thing. If you know, then you know. You understand this. So I wear my bear onesie. That's it hanging up. You see it? That's it hanging up right there. That's my bear onesie, right? And I wear it every day. Every day I wear it. The only reason I don't have it on right now is because every 2 days I have to wash it. And I know, and it's not like I go outside and do anything, and not like I don't have on, um, let me think about that. I do have on underwear, boxers all the time when I am the bear onesie. I have to. Um, yeah, I'm not naked in the bear onesie. Not anymore. Well, it was just one time, but that's a whole conversation. But anyway, so I'm not naked under. I'm naked under except for my boxers. But I'm also this guy who I couldn't wear it. Like someone say, "Oh, you can wear it a week and then you can wash it." I'm like, no, I'm this thing going in the washing machine every other day. So dang, only one time? Yeah, it's only one time. Needs to get right, Rain. Right. And when I come back from probably I gotta, I am gonna get some more bear onesies, but not right now because I gotta go to I gotta go to um I gotta go to Selma in March. But I did. That's what my thought was. I was like, so I'm gonna get this is the black bear onesie. Then I can get a brown bear onesie. Then I can get a polar bear onesie. I figure I need 3 onesies a week, and then I can wear them whenever I get home. I can strip down and put my bear onesie on because I'm definitely in Kansas, and it's definitely a good idea. Yeah, I get a panda. Yeah, I get a panda. I'm now koalas are not bears. They just call koala bears. I'm not getting a koala. Koala is a marsupial. It's not a bear. So I will get a panda, which I don't even know if a panda is a bear for real, but it's good enough. It'll pass. Black bear, brown bear, and polar bear. Yeah, yeah. So four bears. I need 3 more bears, and I'm gonna get them. And then y'all going. Then I'm going to make all my videos are going to be in bear costume or bear onesies. They're not a costume. There's a onesie because they're actually warm. It's actually warm. That's why I had to think about the underwear thing because I know I don't have much on. I rarely have on anything except like um, my t-shirt and boxers, but most of the time I don't even have a t-shirt on. But I also have to wash it, so that's why you don't. I don't just sit around in it every day. It's dry, and then I dry it, and then I hang it up and let it dry some more. Yeah, Pandas are vicious. Yeah. Get a cat one. That doesn't fit the motif. I could get, if I did get a cat, I would get a panther. I get a panther. But it's just gonna look like a bear on me anyway. No matter if I did get a cat, is it gonna look like a bear? It's gonna look like I'm gonna say this is my panther onesie. It looks like a black bear, T Nathan. Looks like a black bear. But it might be ears might be pointed. I don't know. Because I gotta get the hoodie to go with it. I gotta get the hoodie to go with it. So, all right, y'all. I keep ending. Where's Olivia? Right, the cat ears are the only difference. Yeah, let me go. I'm gonna go look. Olivia and Penelope better not be in some other live talking about anything crazy. He's ignoring my comment. What is your comment? Get a pony one so you can do the little ponies cartoon. Nope. I'm gonna tell you, and you know this about me, Petra. There's just some images that I can't get with. It's not the idea that I wouldn't think that was cute. It's just not cute for me to be doing it. Yeah, can you imagine me? Oh, Penelope's here. Can you imagine? No, no. That's like I remember in the early stages of TikTok, and people had all these weird videos, dancing videos, right? And they're like, "Oh, you do is it?" Can ask yourself, do you think anybody's ever seen me twerk? Do you think I've ever twerked? And there's some people like, oh, twerk. There's like, it's like, I love Tupac. I love Tupac. Tupac was that guy. Musically, he was that guy, right? But I look at this trend with the TikTok videos, and I'd be like, you know, I'm never doing that, right? I am never doing that. That is like, yep, nope, not doing it. Yeah, no. 2020 TikTok was great. 2020 was not. I'm sure you have Alone at Home. Nope. I'm positive. Yeah, Bella could tell you. Yeah, no. There's just some things that are just not in my character. And it's not because I'm not in touch with everything I am and everything about me. I'm just not built for certain things. I miss being able to say the most vile, disturbing things to bigots. Right, Cam. All of a sudden, we can't. All of a sudden, they can say the most vile, reprehensible thing. We used to run bigots off of app. Now, no, you can't even. I've seen people have whole ass profile pictures with barely disguised penises in it, and TikTok will tell you they're not violating community guidelines. It took us. I remember in 2020, 2021, it wouldn't take us a couple of hours to get somebody off the app that engaged in certain behavior with children. Do you understand? There have been people now that you go after them, they still on weeks later. TikTok telling you, oh, this doesn't violate community guidelines. You're literally grooming a child in a video, and somehow it doesn't violate. So like I said, the things that I have a problem with TikTok are the people. The app is what it is, but the people are trash, and we don't have the same recourse to get rid of trashy people that we used to. And I think it's because of people. My comments get removed for telling someone to shower. Yep, that's what I think too. AI. I think there's a certain AI aspect to TikTok that is because it's so large, it is not possible for people to police it. That's another thing. I'm willing to say that if in order for you would have to just think about how many videos a day that are posted and uploaded to TikTok. Yeah, your workforce would have to be staggering just to. So they rely on AI, and AI in and of itself, once it hooks on certain things, like my content, every video I post, I have to write an appeal for now. And it's been gradual. Every video I post, I have to write an appeal for. And I know it's AI because for things like, and it's key towards certain words. Like I was talking about the LA fires, and I didn't post anything about gruesome in the video, but the comment, the reason for justification was because of violence and gore. Didn't show any pictures of anything that was happening in LA. I was just giving commentary on the way they're treating white people that are being arrested for imitating police officers, and how they're showing pictures of people that are not looting and talking about looting. Yeah, yeah. And I think they need to remove the felony question on the job applications, and they could staff TikTok. True, and I know that I see the laugh, but you hit on something. That is true, but of course they're not gonna do that. But I think also once you get put in, once the algorithm keys towards your content or is logged into your content, it stays there. Yeah, I know. I noticed that it stays. It's like it's with me, and people. I think if more people, like, I still have viral moments in video content, but because I don't do a lot of the trend, or I'll misuse the trend. I'll use trendy music to talk about something, and because I do that, of course, I don't. You don't have enough people to take you out of that position. Right, Cam. And since that's where I caught my felony charge, yeah, I know that's why I caught my federal felony charge. And it was in that's and it's so strange. The charge that gives me the most problem is not that one. It's the one in Mississippi. It's like Mississippi. It's like Florida. People called Florida during that time period. Florida did not answer or return any calls. Mississippi, yeah, they were like they found their egress with Mississippi. Right. That's how people don't realize I could vote in federal elections, but I couldn't vote in state elections. Um, yeah. So there is that. All right, you all. I'll catch you all tomorrow. I'll line the movie up for tomorrow night. We went way longer than I intended to. I don't know if we went longer than I intended to, but I wasn't gonna stop till I finished. The work I do is necessary to check for felons because we work with disabled people. But other jobs, I'm gonna tell you, and that's it. I think if your job is, if it's like, I don't ever expect anybody to hire me to do certain things, and I can understand that. You're not gonna hire me to you're not going to hire me to work with people that have abused people, because there's an opportunity that I'll be like, yep, in the trunk you're going. You're not going to hire me to that. You're not going to hire me to work at a bank. Yes, not going to hire me to work at a bank. You'd be like, oh, it was an inside job. It might have been. Um, you're not. So, but I don't see why anybody would have a problem hiring me to be a security officer. And I mean personal security. I'm not working at no nightclub telling somebody they can't come in. But if you want to be safe, you should definitely hire me as your personal security. Only problem is when I work as your personal security, because if I didn't like you, refer back to the trunk. If I didn't like you, yeah, I'm just gonna put you in the trunk. If you do anything fucked up, like you beat your children or your wife in front of me, I don't care if you're paying the bills. I'm putting you in the trunk, and I'm also gonna take all the money you have on you and put you in the trunk. And I'm not gonna take 3 days to get you to the swamp. That's the most important thing I've learned. If I had to say, at the age of 16, what was the most important lesson you learned at the age of 16? It would literally be, and I don't care how you feel about it, it would literally be, don't take 3 days to take somebody to a swamp. That would be it. Oh, we have a lady who is an independent contractor who has check fraud. 12. Man, protect you unless you do some fuck shit, and then you're gonna need protection from me. Yeah, and I am fine. I am fine with these conditions that I have on my life. I'm telling you, like I said, hey, for protection, I'm all I can do. I can do it. But you understand there are certain things you can't do, and be like I'm so close to you, I know everything you do, and you do some fuck shit, and then expect me to protect you from it. Nope, nope, not at all. Nah, you can't hire me and expect that I'm protecting you in a domestic violence situation from the your repercussions of your domestic violence. No, so I don't fit the criteria. I can't be hired. I don't fit the criteria. So I get that. Jack Smith releases January 6th. Oh, I gotta go read. I also gotta read Jack Smith. That's a good thing we're not watching the movie tonight because I gotta read Jack Smith's final report also. I haven't done that yet. So I'll be prepared to tell you all about it tomorrow. Anything else? Anybody got anything else we can laugh and joke about before we get out of here? And I think, yeah, I'm gonna give some thought. I'll probably go back to X. I'll probably go back to X. That way I control the trolls. But I'm out of here, you all, and you all have a good one. Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow.